I did not make a video yesterday. I actually had a beast of a day, and I sat here and just talked to my husband last night, and I did not make a video, obviously. So anyway, right back at it today. This morning I walked 4 miles. And then I just did 30 minutes on the spin bike. I still have not done my weights. I haven't added that in yet, and I really need to. So I'm gonna figure out a time when I can get that done. I need to kind of get that going because I really like to lift weights and I think it's important. So I am trying to do mostly body weights, maybe with just a couple of dumbbells. I don't want to be tied to having to have a gym or anything like that. I want to be able to do this even on vacation or when I don't have access to a gym. So for breakfast this morning I had 2 eggs and a yogurt, and then for my mid-morning snack I had a smoothie which consisted of mixed berries and a banana mixed together with almond milk. And then for lunch I had a couple pieces of chicken breast and some sauteed zucchini and onions and peppers. And I use avocado oil for when I do when I saute or fry. If I fry, I don't use any other oil. I just use avocado oil. So anyway, and then I had, and this morning my eggs were poached. They were the first poached eggs I've ever tried. Not so bad. Better than my omelets, which I absolutely can't make an omelet. It always ends up being an egg scramble. So then for my afternoon snack I just had a yogurt, and for dinner I just had a turkey sandwich because I was not that hungry. So anyway, that was pretty much my day, and my knee hurt really bad this morning after I was done walking, and so I tried to stay as busy as possible today because it hurts worse if I sit down. And I've got a friend gave me some exercises that are specific to my injury, or they'll help with my injury, so I'm gonna try those and see how that works. I'm gonna do it tonight. I'm actually gonna do a little bit more yoga tonight as well, just because it really helps to stretch. No video, but it'll be awesome. So anyway, last night on my fitness page, I received a very long, sad message from a woman who is trying to lose weight. She's almost 400 pounds and she has absolutely no support. Everybody around her is her family, her husband, they're all her friends. Nobody's helping her. And I came across in the message, she was pretty sad and pretty upset. And I did take quite a bit of time and responded to her this morning. And I've thought about it actually all day. When I walk in the mornings, I kind of run through my head the stuff that I want to talk about on my videos, or just things that I need to work out. It's a great time for that. And I realized that, I kind of have both sides of it as far as the encouragement goes. My mother, my stepdad, and my dad have always, they just love me, for who I am. I mean, and I know that sounds ridiculous, but they do. Like, even if they don't agree with me, it's the fact that they love me is at the forefront of everything. So even though they may make they may make it known that they don't agree, it's always done in a very loving, supportive, we just want what's best for you type of way. And I grew up with that my whole life. And so I just thought that's how everybody was. And and I'll be very brief on here because I don't want to insult anyone. But when I married my husband, his one side of his family is the exact opposite of mine, and they are just this massive group of discouragers, and I was shocked and stunned, and I've learned throughout my 23 years not to tell them anything. So like, you have to be a certain way, you have to say certain things, you have to do this, you have to do that, blah 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 blah, in order to fit in, and that sucks. I mean, who wants to be put in a box like that? So, and I always say that I feel like I don't fit in anywhere, and I really do feel that way. So I believe in God, and I also believe in magic. And so it's like this, where do I fit in? I don't know. So I just am who I am, and it's fine. So how I deal with discouragement, because I do see that in my life, is if I can ignore it, I will, because ultimately it's better if I just leave it alone. But sometimes people are just nasty, and nobody has a right to be nasty to you. And if you can't remove them from your life, then my suggestion would be just to confront it head on. I had a lady while I was walking this morning, for example. I was coming around the corner, walking underneath our bridge here in Twin Falls, and I was walking around the corner, and this woman, I don't know how far it was, a couple hundred yards away from me, I could see her looking at me. I mean, I felt like she was looking at me, and as I got closer, I realized she was looking at me. Now, as you can see, I'm covered in tattoos. They're there, you know, it just is what it is, and I'm used to looks. They don't bother me, but I was uncomfortable. She made me really uncomfortable. And then finally, I thought, you know what, because I had been thinking about this girl and her problems, and I thought, you don't have a right to make somebody uncomfortable, and maybe you're not aware of it. So I walked up to her, and I took off my sunglasses, and I said very kindly, I was not confrontational, I just said, can I answer some questions for you? And she was kind of startled, and she was like, what? And I said, well, I watched you stare at me, you know, from the time I turned the corner. I watched you looking at me, and I was just wondering if you had any questions for me. And she said, I'm so sorry. She loved my tattoos. She wanted to take a picture, so she was looking at my tattoos, and I thought she was looking at me, looking down on me, when in actuality she was not. So sometimes our perception of what people think is maybe what we expect people to think of us, or what we think of ourselves deep down inside, and we put that, you know, we'll say, well, this person feels this way about me, or this person is looking at me like this because they think I'm fat. And sometimes I think it's our own insecurities that come out. That's not to say that people aren't discouraging, but they can only bother you if you let them. Easier said than done, but there's no reason why you can't remove these negative people from your life, especially if they're in the way of your fitness and your health. You can't let people drag you down. I'm facing a situation right now. I am trying to get 2 workouts a day in, and my reason for that is because I don't want to sit here at night. Because if I sit here and eat or whatever, and I don't want to do that. So I want to stay busy. Even if I'm not doing an actual deliberate workout, I want to stay busy. So my husband is tired. He works a lot. And he wants to spend time with me at night. And so it clashes just a little bit. And so I'm having to remember that I need to put myself first. And whether we end up butting heads on this or not remains to be seen. Whether we do or not, I doubt I'll share it with you. But I do have to make it clear that my health is a priority, that I am a priority for myself. And I have to take care of me first and foremost. And the same goes for everybody else. And all your little accomplishments, another friend of mine, you know who you are, sent me a message this morning, and she seemed a little bit disappointed that she had only lost 0.2 pounds from last week. And in the same breath, she's telling me that she did got in her workout this morning, which resulted in several thousand steps. And I thought, you're crazy, woman. I mean, every step you take towards your fitness goal is one step closer. 0.2 pounds is better than 0.0 pounds. And, you know, it doesn't always come off fast, and there's always reasons. She's getting married. She's stressed, you know, getting prepared for the wedding in September, I believe. So, you know, she's got that, and stress can do crazy things to your body. I think you should celebrate every victory, every little victory, and don't let people bring you down. I was really sad today for this girl, and I hope she watches this video, and I hope she listens to what I said to her. I was probably a little more eloquent when I wrote it to her. I kind of do these videos on the fly, so, but I hope that she puts herself first, and she doesn't let everybody around her that is discouraging prevent her from being the best possible her that she can be. And I hope the same for everybody else too. If people love you and they're confident in their relationship with you, then there's absolutely no reason why anyone should stand in your way. And anybody else probably needs to take a walk and get out of your way. So just my thoughts. And I was told that I'm supposed to tell you to subscribe, so I feel really dorky because I'm pointing to my floor, but when this is online, you'll see my subscribe button, maybe over here. So subscribe. Thank you. Good night. See you tomorrow. Oh yeah, and tomorrow is weigh-in week 2. So hopefully we'll have lost some weight. If not, we'll go with it.